Hey, man. Welcome to Detroit. Man, I tell you what, we did everything we said we needed to do to that team. We did everything. And I tell you what, defense, you took it personal. It's 3 and out, man. You guys are making them have to punt. We turned the ball over offensively, right? And then we defensively, Ermanni 2-4, get a turnover. I tell you what, offensively, man, we came after them early, man. We said we're going to be aggressive. We took some shots, and we made them. We made our shots early, and then we just started hammering them. Hell, our first drive was 8 minutes, man. You guys are a tough, gritty group, man. You're a tough, gritty group. You always have been, and now you're seeing the dividends. Man, look, a team gets 1 out, 2 out. We got multiple guys.
And that went on for quite some time, and I think, Braylon, in that locker room celebration, you saw those guys, and, man, the way they play for Dan Campbell, that is how you build something here, and I'm here for it.
You asked me yesterday, not yesterday, you asked me last week. You said, hey, what do you want to see from the Lions to finish the season out? What were you looking for from the Lions in the last 4 games of the season? And I said, hey, I just want to see Dan Campbell make smart decisions. I don't want to see him mess up in situations where it's on him, situational football. I want to see him power through those. I don't want to see him make repetitious mistakes that he's made all year. Also, you want to see this team. The defense has been playing so well in terms of keeping the Detroit Lions in games all season. I said you want to see a team fighting from first quarter to fourth quarter. You want to see a team that you look at and you believe in. You want to see the picks of Brad Holmes. You want to see them getting better. Yesterday, I think you saw that. You want to see a team fight. I think you saw that. Dan Campbell, clean. It's a clean game by him. I mean, there's always going to be a couple things that you can point out, but it was a clean game by him. And then you see his enthusiasm in the locker room. That's real. It's very genuine. It's going to be a lot of Detroit fans that are like, oh, Detroit Lions, they always blow it. They always blow it. Now they don't have the number 1 pick. It doesn't matter if the Detroit Lions draft 1 or 2. The player
or
that
10.
No, 1, 2, or 3. I give you that. They're going to be able to get the player that they want. It's either going to be Kayvon or it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson. So I love the win, and I'm not worried about whether it's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
By the way, yesterday during our pregame show, it could be someone Ryan brought up, as a matter of fact, and it could be a quarterback.
Kenny Pickett.
But you know what? The quarterback that played good yesterday, Jared Goff, it just looks like he's happy now. You see him in the locker room. He's the first guy front and center next to Dan Campbell. Another guy that was really playing good, linebacker Charles Harris. Right after the game, they caught up with him and asked him how you guys play for Dan Campbell. Check this out. This tells you it all.
It's been said that this team is cut from the same cloth as your head coach, Dan Campbell. What does that mean?
Straight up grit. Just never backing down. You might get knocked down, but you're going to get back up. And just never quitting. Relentlessly just getting back up no matter what.
There you go.
You know, the one thing about this team, too, and Braylon, you brought it up about, it seems to be the story of the day for Lions fans has been, well, their draft position is screwed up. Well, they don't have the number 1 pick anymore. And I'll tell you, if they play like this, they're not done winning.
No.
They could pick off the Atlanta Falcons this week. Yeah. They could win against the Seattle Seahawks, who are not a very good football team. We'll find out tomorrow against the Rams. They are playing for their lives, but if they lose that game against the Rams, what are they going to do next week? I don't think the Lions are done winning yet if they play like they did yesterday, and I am here to tell you I think that is okay. I believe for these young Lions, it's almost more important, not almost, it is more important for these young Lions to experience winning and get on a track of winning and believe in winning and have the confidence to go about a football game and win it. And then you come back next year, and if you pick 2, 3, 5, 7, you're going to get a nice player, and hopefully that player can contribute next year.
Well, hopefully he's more mean than he is nice. But you're 100% correct, though, Ryan. Literally, if they get down to the 5th pick, I think the disparity between the talent in the draft this year, if you go 1 or 5, you're pretty much getting the same type of player. So I don't think it is a big deal, and I agree with you there. Them winning yesterday, excuse me, let's take a look at what they did. They played against Kyler Murray. We talked about him being a generational talent. We talked about him being worth the price of admission, correct? We talked about the Arizona Cardinals being able to win games without major players all year. They have found a way to win. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. In fact, coming into the game yesterday, they were tied for the best record in the NFL. The Detroit Lions dismantled them.
Yeah.
Like offense, defense, physicality, in the trenches. They won every way in which you can win during those 60 minutes. That's a good sign. That is what you want to see from this team. Going to the last 3 games of the season, you want to see that because you're like, oh my God, these guys might get it. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell might get it. This might be the start of something special. So I think it was a heck of a win, and I want them to win. I want them to put the effort that they did yesterday. I want to see that next week. And
how about these guys? How about these rookies that are playing? How about St. Brown?
That's exactly it, Maz. That's exactly. You got St. Brown, and I know he's not a rookie; he's a third-year player. But what you're seeing right now, Oruwariye, I have trouble saying his name, Ermanni. I mean, he's playing really well.
Phenomenal.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's playing well, and we just take Sewell for granted.
Craig Reynolds.
Look, and I was going to mention him, Maz and Braylon.
Josh Reynolds as well.
Him too.
I was going to mention Craig Reynolds as is the one thing about this whole Lions month and a half is one thing you're seeing is a little bit of an identity. What is this team going to do? They're going to run the football and they're going to punch you in the mouth defensively. In those two positions, defense and running back, how about giving Dan Campbell a little bit of credit for the guys he hired to those positions?
Woo.
Deuce Staley, the running backs coach, and Aaron Glenn, the Lions defensive coordinator.
I hope they don't get picked off.
But if they do, that means that Dan Campbell's continuing to make the right decisions.
Yeah.
You want your guys to move on, right? I mean, don't you want your guys to get hired in bigger spots? I mean, what Aaron Glenn is doing defensively,
amazing,
with this young crew is nothing short of one of the most spectacular things I've seen this NFL season. We expected this team to be worse defensively than they were last year, and they're among, heck, what is that, 6 games now under 20 points?
Yeah, what I was going to say is I'm going to start with, first of all, you don't have to worry about Aaron Glenn or Deuce Staley, those guys getting picked up, because they don't hire too many black coaches often. It takes a long time for them to get hired, just jokes. But when you look at Josh Reynolds, and we talked about this, Ryan, he did 4 years with Jared Goff in L.A. Mm-hmm. He knows Jared Goff. He knows the system. He played with Brandon Cooks. He played with Cooper Kupp. He played with Robert Woods. Look at what the Lions have done since he's been there. Amon-Ra St. Brown's, his play has picked up since Josh Reynolds has been there. The receiving game has picked up since Josh Reynolds has been there. He was a huge acquisition, and you got to give Brad Holmes credit for that. As soon as he got there, it was almost like Jared Goff has a sense of familiarity.
Amen.
He has like a sense of familiarity. Like, oh, you know what? I can do this. I do know this thing. He knows my stuff.
It's improved everything.
100%. He is a really good acquisition for the Detroit Lions. He's like an unsung hero.
He's a keeper.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You will hear from Craig Reynolds. You will hear from Jared Goff. You're going to hear more from Dan Campbell. Lots to get to on a Lions Monday, baby. Man. Yes! Ermanni and Edwards.
Woodward Sports Network, the bottom line.